And lastly, let me just say that mercy is an expression of love. Mercy is love in action. Mercy is love in action. It's not just an attitude. You know, you see the story of the Good Samaritan, that parable, and the man has been beaten and robbed and left for dead, and the one who comes and cares for him is the one that is said to be the loving neighbor. Isn't that correct? But the phrase that's used in the parable is this, and the story is this: the one who showed mercy on him. He did something. He took care of the need, and God has called us to do just that. Mercy does. See, mercy is living out love. Reminds me of Love Does. There's a book by Bob Goff called Love Does. I never read the book except by osmosis. In other words, enough people in my household read it and talked to me about it that I feel like I don't need to read it now. But love does. Love moves into action. Love cares for people. And we just happen to have a life group this summer. Life group number 22 meets on Tuesday nights at 7 that will be going through Love Does and talking about how we can show love by serving the people around us. And that is mercy. And if we will sow mercy, we will reap mercy. If we are merciful, we ourselves will receive mercy. And we haven't even begun to touch on what God's mercy provides for us. We know that God's mercy provides us salvation. Through God's mercy, I, who was identified as a rebellious sinner against God, know that I have eternity with Jesus. Paul talks about knowing that he's called and knowing that God has shaped his character by the mercy that he has received from God. God's mercy will change who you are. God's mercy will bring healing. The supernatural healing of our physical bodies or even of our minds, our will, our emotions, our families is an act of mercy on the part of God. Deliverance from the powers of darkness, the Gadarene demoniac was delivered by the mercy of Jesus Christ. And God knows that we have forces of darkness that are working against us, that are working against our families, our children, and we need God's mercy to overcome those things. And Jesus tells us that we're blessed if we're merciful because we're going to receive more mercy. We're going to receive the power of God that we need for salvation, for life change, for healing, and for deliverance. I want to encourage you, make mercy your lifestyle. You won't regret it. Start by receiving the mercy of Jesus.